Hi everyone, my name is ShaQaYah, better known as ShaQaYah. ShaQaYah is a name that was given to me by the Father of Lights, whom you know as God, whom I know as Yah. And this is my story. I guess with any story there is a beginning, right? The beginning of my story is 2012. At that time is when I met my children's father. And like any love story, like it was great, you know. I'm sorry, not met him, but we got back together. So I met him in 2009, and then we got back together in 2012. During that time, in 2012, is when we began to have children together. As I continued to have children with him, eventually our love story turned into something totally different. I began to experience abuse from his hands in the form of not only verbal, but physical. And we always hear these stories about why these women stay, right? Why do you stay for abuse when it is obviously something that is very bad? That sometimes with our minds, we don't know exactly what to do. For my situation, and a lot of women that I've heard throughout, all of the support groups that I've been in, is that even with us knowing that it is a bad situation, sometimes it's just hard for us to find other solutions. Staying is not the solution, and for us, leaving wasn't the solution either. The solution had to be in the form of healing. And for me, that is something that I always wanted for my children's father, is that I knew that healing was possible. I just didn't understand that he didn't want to heal. I wanted him to heal, but he didn't want to heal. So I feel like I need to come on this platform and tell you guys my story, just because I know a lot of people are suffering. If you have watched my videos before, you know that I talk so much about the Father, and I talk so much about YaHaYasha, but I don't let you guys in onto what is privy to my life, because I feel like that's my business. But Holy Spirit wanted me to come on today and to speak to everyone and let everyone know my story, so that you guys can understand how he moves inside of people's lives. So I have to begin somewhere. You see my background. He told me not to mess with anything. I mess with some things in my background, but he said, no, I just want people to see how you live. I want people to see the authentic you, before I transform you. So right now, I'm in a situation right now with DCFS. And for those of you who don't know who DCFS is Department of Children and Family Services. And right on their website, it basically states child safety is their #1 priority. When you have domestic violence in the home, they view it as child safety risk. And so they come in your home and basically decide if the children are safe to stay with you or not. And in my case, it's neglect, because I'm allowing my children's father, who has abused me previously and abused me recently, to come inside of my home and to exhibit that behavior, and it's neglectful towards children. So I can understand why they're here. I can understand why I have another case. I've had cases before, and now I'm here again. But while I'm in this situation again for the third time, you guys, I have to put myself out there, because I felt so stupid, with all of my family telling me not to do this and to continue on with my own life and not allow my children's father back inside of my home. But I felt like he had changed. I left for a year, I came back, and I felt like my children's father had changed, and it wasn't something that I feel now, looking back, like, oh, you just did it out of, stupidity or whatever. I did it out of love. I did it out of the care of my heart. I did it because I felt like I wanted my family to stay together. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like that's a great thing. Most people want that. They want their families to stay together. However, if it's not safe for you, if there's violence in your home, that is an indicator that this is not the right situation. You shouldn't be abused by anyone. Someone that says they love you, they're going to treat you right. And when I think of the way that YaHaYasha treats me, YaHaYasha, Jesus, whom you know as Jesus, he treats me beautifully. He treats me like a queen. He treats me with respect. He treats me with love. So I just want to encourage all the women out there, like, I'm going through so much right now, DCFS, my children's father is incarcerated, so I have no support, no help, no anything outside of already what I was getting from him. I have none of that. And now just the mental strain and anguish of knowing my children may be removed from my care for a set period of time. All of these things I'm dealing with. But you know what? While I'm going through this storm, YaHaYasha has never left. He has stayed with me throughout all of this abuse, all of this turmoil, all of this anguish, all of what I'm going through right now. He has never left. So I want to encourage you guys, even the ones that maybe never have been through this, to maybe look at the people who are going through stuff like this instead of just shaking them off and pushing them to the side like their story. Allow them some grace, because we don't know. Sometimes you truly do not know until it happens, and then you can look back and reflect on it. And that's where I am right now. I'm reflecting on everything that Yah has given me and everything that Yah has taken away. I'm totally human right now, totally just exposing myself right now. And I pray that it helps someone else to know him and to realize even while you're going through the storm, it's going to be okay. Yah has you. You guys keep praying for me, and I'll do the same.